everyone, this is Tabitha from the Zadis Project. I can't tell you, I'm a little nervous actually being in front of the camera instead of just my hands. So what I wanted to film today is a Filofax Friday. It's a weekly series that I'm going to be doing. It's going to have videos, pictures, tutorials, basically anything that I want to put up about organizing and keeping my life in order and just having fun decorating my Filofax and all my organizers that I have. Today I actually plan to go through two organizers that I have. My very first one, which is the Paper Chase Personal Organizer, and then this brand new Finsbury. I decided to get a second organizer for different reasons, so I'll go over that today. Also, in the future, what I plan to do is have monthly decorations, weekly decorations, talk about inserts. I even created my own because I'm a crafter. I want to blog about it, but I also want to make sure that I'm hitting points for my blog and for my design teams that are required and that I want to do, like uploading to social media, making sure that I have the image colored with my Copics to make sure I have the picture of the image, make sure I have it uploaded to Facebook, Instagram, and all those. So I needed something for that, so I created my own inserts. I've also created my own stickers, just because I have a lot of little graphics that are cute, and I thought they would be adorable inside my planners. And I am a hybrid crafter as well, so a lot of my papers are digital and I have the embellishments to go with that. So I decided, why not do a theme around each kind of paper set that I can, and then I just print them out onto printable labels, address labels, and then cut them out with my Silhouette Cameo. So that will be something in the future that I'll go over. But today I am going to change the camera angle and we're going to take a look at the two personal organizers that I have sitting here. So I will catch you in just a few. Hey everyone, and we are back. I will be going ahead and going through these two different personal organizers. They are similar in their makeup and what I have in there, or will have in there, but I wanted to go ahead why I chose the ones that I did and so forth. So we'll start out in this one. This setup will be moved eventually into the Finsbury, and then a similar setup will be created in here for home, as well as some websites that I maintain, and then the Finsbury will be mainly for my blog as well as a wallet and any card projects that I want to do. So both of them are leather, and the Paper Chase has these nice little slots, a nice big thing. One of the things about the Paper Chase is that it is leather. It does not lay flat. That's another thing. I've had to train it, and by doing that, when you try to train it and you bend it like this, which is what I did, your rings can become loosened, and that's what happened here, as well as the ring binder now is out a little bit, and that's an unfortunate thing. It should be tighter. And so that's my own fault, but it's my first one, so hopefully no one does the same problems. Ooh, I had a sneeze there. So I have it set up right now with 5 tabs, and each one, it's kind of growing. This is, I've only had this for a little bit, but this first part, I have some Sunshine Sorbet paper from Someone Girl. This is my dashboard. I have these nice little speech bubble sticky tabs from IKEA, as well as the normal 3 Post-its that are little size. I generally keep them, the Post-its, on this side, and so the weight of everything keeps them closed, and it actually helps with adhering. But sometimes if I know I'm going to need these, I put them in the front. My first tab, it says info, but it's actually a monthly, where I am counting down the months. I'll be putting an owl stamp here within the next couple days, as well as my monthly little tracker here. I use it to track my moods, whether I'm tired, migraines, things that I want to make sure that I have. Also kind of just a rundown so I can look at my month at a glance. And then I love just a bright little thing of color right there, just a nice little bright pop. I printed it on heavy paper, so I don't have any washi tape as a ring. What are those called? Enforcer, ring enforcer, hole enforcer, that's it. I made this cute little arrow. The arrow clip is actually from IKEA, and then I added ribbon to it that would actually match the colors that I have. You know, I have something coming up in December, and I haven't. I have the dates written down, but I don't have anything colored yet, and that's going to be coming up. And then the next section I have, and I guess I should say right here with this monthly one, I do plan to keep the entire year in it. So this month will always be there. So I'll be able to look, you know, what cards were there. Everything is color coded as well. I have a nice year in advance kind of for birthdays. I'm really bad about birthdays. Really, really bad about them. So hopefully that will help me with that. My next section is week. So this is what's going to keep me on track. If you watch the Summer Girl video that I did, then this will, you know, this section will actually look quite familiar to you. But if you haven't, just kind of, it's a week on 2 pages, and I'm actually going away from that. So we'll see in another video on the ones that I actually created myself. Then I have everything color coded here. I have a nice little thing that comes out, and it tells me this is where I am with a ribbon kind of arrow. My next section is notes. Right now I have books that I've read in November. I got into the Kindle Unlimited subscription, and I've been reading a lot. So I decided I might as well write the books down. So 1, I don't read them again, and 2, just to see how many. And when I started, you know, this book, these are really easy to read books, though, so I have to say that. So I don't read War and Peace just, you know, for the hell of it in a weekend. But most of these I read within a day because they're very easy reads, but it's nice to relax too. You know, I have notes coming up on a book club that we have online in the Facebook. Next section is my blog, and this is just basic things that I want to do. I have some cards that are due, and so I kind of plan those out here, some ideas, upcoming challenges, releases, so I know when they're coming, and then also kind of a to-do list on what I plan to do with my blog, update color scheme, past links, past images, stuff that I just need to maintain. And then I even have some notes here on how I'm going to change my tabs up. Because now I want to look at it, you know, I'm going to keep 1 for work, or 1 for home, and then 1 for my blog. And so now I can actually change my blog 1 up a little bit. So I decided to change that a little bit. And then I have important stuff, which is expenses. I want to make sure that I have all the money that I need to for my child trip in January. So I make sure that I've budgeted for that, and how much do I have in spending, how much for food, and make sure that monthly I'm putting some savings. And then I'll be able to have everything plus some. And then I decided that I'm going to track my bills and make sure that I pay them, because some of them are on invoices. So I need to make sure that I actually pay them by the due date. And then December I decided to do that, as well as have a craft budget, which I've been trying to do. And then things that I know that I need. I've been writing a list, and as I can and want to, I get them. I wanted to try a no-spend craft December, but my silhouette blade is dulling. I needed double-sided sticky tape with all the stamping that I'm doing in my Filofax. I need pigment inks, and then ink ran out of my printer, so I'm starting December, you know, 2 days early, and I've already spent my crafting budget, so. But we know how that goes, you know, when things, you need them the most, like Christmas cards, that's of course, and Christmas projects, that's of course when everything goes out that you need. So those are the sections right now. The last one was just kind of random kind of papers to do, you know, but I pretty much put the to do with everything else, so don't need that. This has a really nice pocket in the back that I have some nice flags in. I have some stickers from Paper Chase that I thought I would use. Excuse me. But I actually haven't used them so much. I really like the small ones because they're semi-transparent. But, I mean, I've already gone through a lot, and I've only been using this thing for only 2 weeks. So that's another reason why I decided to start creating my stickers. Then it's just about printing and cutting them out. I have a nice little Paper Chase pen, Owls. It's really cute. It's a permanent kind of ballpoint pen. And then I have my friction pen to go there, and it has a nice loop. So the thing about the Paper Chase is that it is pretty, it's thick, it's stiff, And that's the thing. It's, you know that this is not going to fall apart with a lot of use. The stitching looks amazing. It does not look like it's going to come apart. This, as long as you don't overfill it, it closes quite nicely. But because it's so stiff, I find it not something I want to carry with me all the time. And so that is why I decided to go with the Finsbury. And I haven't opened it up yet. I just got it out of the packaging. So we'll kind of go through this together. And everything that's in this one will be moved to the Finsbury today, actually. But we'll go through first kind of looks on this. Take off this plastic. I have to say this is not the color I was expecting. I know they said raspberry, but I honestly was expecting a bright raspberry, kind of like this, instead of this really dark one. It's fall, so I'm definitely loving this darker kind of raspberry color, but in the spring and summer I kind of like the bright color, so we'll see if I don't end up with another one. My other half is getting ready that I have, 14 Filofaxes, because it's definitely an addiction. I still look at them. I want more. But I decided that the Finsbury, I wanted something that was same size but good quality. So you have the Filofax name. I wanted it as a wallet. So I didn't want this first part too stiff, and it's squishy. It's in between. It's not a Malden, which is on my wish list, but it definitely is a lot squishier than the paper chase. This has 6 card slots, and so I'll use 4 of the card slots, and then 2 will probably just be stickers or something, and then 1 behind has a nice little ring protector there. The rings look bigger than. Yes, nice. So the rings on the Finsbury are definitely bigger than the paper chase, which is nice. So I have a nice little flyleaf. I'll have to cut slots out of that. So that'll be nice. And then this has 6 dividers. So I'll be able to use my Dymo and put which ones I want. They're lighter weight. The paper for Filofax is actually not too bad. It's like 80 gram, I would say. Maybe 70 gram. But I would definitely reinforce these holes. Nice to-dos. Okay, nice paper here. We got some grid paper. Not too bad. The colored paper, which colored note paper, I love. I love this stuff. So I'm happy to see that. Ooh, this is nice. A nice clear ruler. I much prefer the clear to the black or anything like that, because then I can see through it. And this comes in and out very nicely. I will be using my own inserts. I do not like lines. That's the reason why with the paper chase I printed out inserts immediately, because I do not like lines. I want that freedom to, if I want lines, then I can stamp lines. But I just want kind of freedom on that. So this is nice. They gave me 18 months. That will be quite nice to poke holes on my new inserts. Let's see. Ooh. Top loading envelope. Ooh, this is nice. This is thick too. I can see some good things going in there, like 3x4 cards, stuff like that. Interesting kind of things. Or I can size down one of my art journal pages and print it out. That's a good idea. Okay, then we have a nice little zipper. Ooh. Nice. That will hold some change, and I don't carry too much around, so that will be fine. So yeah, I think this will work quite nicely. I have a pen holder here is what I'm looking at. I wish it was elastic. Oh, I wish it was elastic. But I think I'll create my own elastic pen holder. I know you can purchase it online. So, overall, the Finsbury looks really nice. It's an actual button closure there versus the magnetic one that you have on the paper chase, and it just feels a little more secure, I have to say. It just feels better to hold in my hand. It just feels so, the paper chase just feels so stiff, but really pretty. So, but I think this will be a good move. And this definitely would be the first move of many, I have to say. So, I think that'll be it for today's video. I think this is a good start. And soon I will have a monthly decoration. Then I plan to do a weekly decoration showing different kind of schemes that I plan to do for December. Christmas time in Sweden is always red. So the monthly will be a red, and then I plan to do a weekly in blues because I really like the cold blues. And then January I'll probably go with that theme as well. So I will be back at next week with a new video, or just pictures, but something, and then keep up with my Instagram. I plan to Instagram different things all the time about it, and especially with all the little stamps that I have and getting. I have quite the Christmas organizer gifts coming to me from my other half. So we'll go through a lot of that. So thanks for keeping with this. Hopefully didn't take up too much time and isn't as boring as I think it is. I always like going through these myself, but leave any comments below, and I will check you later.